A plot to stage an Islamic State-style beheading on the streets of Britain was inspired by a grueling chilling fatwa from its leaders, a court has heard. 3 men, Nader Said, 21, Yousef Said, 19, and Hasib Humayun, 27, are being prosecuted for planning a knife attack that would have taken place just weeks after the extremist Islamic State preacher Abu Mohammed al-Adani gave a speech promoting attacks on Western countries. The court heard the men had been obsessed with the murder of soldier Lee Rigby in Woolwich in 2013. Humayun had purchased a Rambo-style knife, and 2 of the trio had stored photos of police community officers on their phones. An attack had been planned after both sides were stopped from traveling to Syria. The men were arrested in November 2014, shortly before Remembrance Sunday. Prosecuting lawyer Makshel Beg described the fatwa by al-Adnani as chilling, claiming it had inspired the men to act. The preacher called for crusaders to strike their police, security and intelligence members and to slaughter him with a knife, or run him over with your car, or throw him from a high place, or choke him, or poison him. In his opening remarks to the court, Hill said the words created a considerable stir. To people of a certain mind, by which I mean Islamic extremists such as these 3 defendants, the fatwa created a considerable stir. As we shall see, these defendants became aware of it on the day of release, and they discussed it themselves at length, in an online chat group we shall look at later, under the following key messages: supporters to kill civilians everywhere in the West. Therefore, the fatwa was accepted as the catalyst for violence, and planning for violence in the case of these defendants by plotting to kill with knives, in this country, he said. By the time they were ready to commit an atrocity, the 2 sides were unable to leave the UK. All 3 showed an interest in knives and beheadings. All 3 were ready, we say, for the important Islamic State fatwa exhorting and encouraging such murders, Hill said. There is a level of interest, we will say, in the Lee Rigby case we will see again and again. That was as brutal killing with the use of knives on the streets of London. The men deny charges of preparing an act of terrorism. The trial continues.